Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gory Guitar, and to a beautiful and at the same time sad song from Harley. Hardy is saying 6 feet under, and this is Caleigh's song. So this is a true guitar song. Great song from Hardy. So let's take a look at 6 feet under. No need for any capo here. We're gonna go over the chords, and we're gonna start with the D-A chord. That is basically a D chord in this C shape, but with an A added to the bass. So it looks like this, all right? So it goes 5th E, 5th A, 4th D, open G, 3rd B. And you can go with open E as well. Okay, that is a D-A chord. Then we have the G, and for this one, you can go, 3rd E is important here, okay? And then you can mute the next string with that finger you're using there. You can mute the A, and you can just lean that finger on top of the A, it gets muted. Or you can add the second A, it's up to you. But we're gonna work with the G string here. Everything down there is open. Okay, so 3rd E is important. 2nd A is optional because we're gonna work on the G string. So we're gonna work with the 2nd fret on G string and also with the open G string as well. So that is the reason for us just having the bass focus on this G chord. All right, enough talking about that. Let's go over to the B minor. All right, so we're going with an open B minor chord, which means we don't bar that. Usually we bar the B minors, we don't do that now. So it's the 2nd fret A, 4th D, 4th G, and 3rd B, and then open E. Then we have the A, and that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 2nd B, and open E. And speaking of E, that's the next chord. Okay, so that is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, 1st G, open B, and open E. And then we want the E minor as well. So what you do there from the E, you just take away the 1st G string and get that open. Everything else is the same, so that gives us open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, open B, and open E. And in the very end of this song, we actually need a bar chord still, and that's the G minor. So you get that in the way that you pull the strings on the 3rd fret, you bar them, all strings there, and then you need to add 5th on A and 5th on D. And there you have all the chords needed for the song. Okay, beautiful song. Let's take a look at the verse play. So you have this D-A. You're gonna switch between the D-A and the G chord. And the strumming here will be down, down, up, down, up. If you think it's too much to handle when it comes to this chord, you can let go of this 5th E string, but then make sure you don't play and strum it, all right? So then you have just this, okay? It's a little bit easier, but it works very good with this darker A note added to this. So if you can, go for the full chord. Anyway, down, down, up is one string around. So 1 down and then down, up, down, up. And that is the strumming pattern for this song. We'll have some variations with just downs later, but this is the main strumming. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. All right, so the verse goes between 2 chords to start with. You're gonna play D-A, 2 string rounds. And then you go to G. And here you're gonna play 1 on the G with this 2nd fret G note added. And then 1 on the just open G string. So it's 2 strumming rounds in total of G, but 1 is with this A note and 1 is without. If you think that is too much, then just go without. But this is nice if you can hit the notes there as well. So 1 round goes. All right, you're gonna play that for 3 rounds, back and forth. D, G, D, G, D, G. And after that, we're still in the verse. You're gonna play B minor, 1, A, 1, and G2. Here you don't have to think about any added notes. You just go for the basic here. 3rd fret E string and 2nd A, and just go 2 string rounds on G. You're gonna play that for 2 rounds. So B minor, 1, A1, and G2 for 2 rounds. And that ends the verse. So the verse was D, 2 string rounds, G for 2 string rounds for 3 rounds, so to speak, 3 chord progression rounds, and then you have B minor 1, A1, and G2 for 2 chord progression rounds. That takes us to the pre-chorus. But first, I just want to play this second part of it, B minor, A, and G, so I understand how it sounds. It goes like this. So there you have the verse. Now over to pre-chorus, and we're gonna work with D, the D A chord, and G again. This time we have not the same string pattern. We have 6 downs, okay? So 6 downs per chord. So the D goes like this. And then you shift to G. That is 1 round. You're gonna play for 4 rounds. So a couple rounds goes. That was 2 rounds. You double it, you play on 4 rounds, and that is the pre-chorus. Over now to the chorus. You have the B minor, 2 string rounds, A, 2 string rounds, G, 2 string rounds, then E, 1 string round, and 1 down on G. So that is the only round we're gonna play of this chord progression. So it will be B minor 2, A2, G2, E, G, and then you go into the second round. Okay, so after this chords now comes the second verse, and that one is played in exact same way as the first verse, so no changes there. D, A for 2 rounds, G for 2 rounds. You play that for 3 chord progression rounds, so to speak, back and forth, and then B minor, A, G for 2 rounds. After this second verse comes the bridge part, and we're now about 1 minute and 41 seconds into the song. Okay, so you're gonna go to this G, and you're gonna play the 6 downs in the same way as you play the pre-chorus. You're gonna play G, 6 downs, and then E minor, 6 downs. You're gonna do that for 2 rounds. So G, E minor, G, E minor, like this. And then you're gonna go back to G and play 2 downs on G, pause, and 2 downs. And that is the end of the bridge part. So you had G, 6 downs, E minor, 6 downs. You do that for 2 rounds. So again, G, 6 downs, E minor, 6 downs. And then you go to G and play 2 downs, a pause, and then 2 downs. And that is the end of the bridge part. After that, you go back to verse play and play verse number 3, okay? So it's played in the same way to start with. We have the D, A for 2 string rounds and G for 2 string rounds. You play that for 3 rounds, back and forth. But then you have the B minor, A, and G. Now you play it only for 1 round, okay? Only for 1 round. And after that, you finish the verse number 3. You jump back again to play verse number 4. And this time you play again the 3 rounds of D, A, and G, back and forth. And when you come to the B minor, A, and G parts, you're gonna play it for 3 rounds actually, okay? So 3 rounds in the end there, and now we're at the very, very end of this song. In the last round here, where you play the 3rd round here of G, on the last G there, you're just gonna play 1 down of that. And then you're gonna play 1 down of the G minor. This is where G minor comes in. And then 1 down of the D, A. And And that is how Hardy's 6 Feet Under Caleigh song ends. It's a very nice song. Fits guitar very, very well, actually. So I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, it's a nice work, this from Hardy. So appreciate that. And if you do that as well, and if you like this tutorial, give me a like on this one. Until next time, play tune.